Welcome everyone. In this session we are going to discuss about what is gross total income, taxable income and how we can calculate the tax liability of an individual. Before moving to our session, we should be clear with our assessment year and previous year. So in this session we are following our assessment year will be 2019-20 and the previous year will be 2018 and 19. Now we will start with our session. First of all, we will discuss what is gross total income. The simple meaning of gross total income is, it is an aggregate of income received by an individual from 5 heads of income. What are the 5 heads of income we have? First one, we have income from salary, income from house property, income from business or profession, income from capital gain, and finally we have income from other source. So gross total income means it is an aggregate of income received by an individual from these 5 heads of income. Not only that, we have to add the clubbing provisions. What is clubbing provision? For example, the minor is receiving an income or any dependent of an individual is receiving any income. That one also we have to add it with the gross total income. And also we have to do the provisions pertaining to set off and carry forward of losses. What is set off and carry forward of losses? An assessee have last year, that means in the previous year, any loss from the any heads of income. For example, income from business or income from house property or any other heads of income. If an assessee have loss, that one also we can minus from this particular gross total income. So gross total income means it is an aggregate of 5 heads of income after applying clubbing provisions and making adjustment of set off and carry forward of losses. Now we will move to the next topic. What is taxable income or total income? Whenever we are calculating the tax liability of an individual, we should be clear with the difference between taxable income and gross total income. Taxable income means from the gross total income, if we are minusing deduction under section 80C to 80U, we can calculate gross taxable income. So what is 80C to 80U? As per the Income Tax Act 1961, we have some deductions are available. For example, if an assessee have invested in public provident fund or invested in pension scheme, insurance premium paid, or any interest on education loan, medical insurance, any donation to charitable institution. So this all the items is available as a deduction under section 80C to 80U. So that means from the gross total income, whatever we discussed earlier, so from that amount, if you are reducing this deduction under section 80C to 80U, we will get the taxable income. Now we will see how we can calculate the tax liability of an individual. Before moving to that, we should be clear with some of the important terms like rebate under section 87A, surcharge, health and education cess, and slab rate as per the assessment year 2019-20. First we will see what is rebate under section 87A. Rebate under section 87A, it is available to a resident individual if his total income does not exceed 3,50,000. We have to be clear with if the taxable income or total income does not exceed 3,50,000, that assessee is eligible for rebate under section 87A. Eligibility to claim rebate under section 87A for the assessment year 2019 and 20. First one, an assessee should be an resident individual, and the second one, the total amount or taxable amount, it should not exceed 3,50,000. The eligibility is 2,500 rupees or actual tax liability, whichever is less is applicable for rebate under section 87A. That is the first concept. The next one, we have surcharge. Surcharge means it is nothing but it is a tax on tax. So we have to calculate the tax, and on the tax amount we have to calculate surcharge. If only the total income or the taxable income of an assessee if exceed 50 lakh. If the taxable income between 50 lakh and 1 crore, the surcharge will be 10%. And if the taxable amount exceed 1 crore, the surcharge will be 15%. The next one, we have health and education cess. The same way, health and education cess also, it is a tax on tax. So once we have to calculate the taxable amount, and if that taxable amount we have to calculate health and education cess at 4%. It is applicable for all the individuals, all the assessees as per the Income Tax Act 1961. Now we will see tax rate for the assessment year 2019-20. As we know, the slab rate will be different for general public and senior citizen and very senior citizen, that means super senior citizen. So I will discuss if an individual is less than 60 age, the slab rate will be up to 2.5 lakh, there is no tax rate, and between 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh 5%, and 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, and if the taxable income exceed 10 lakh, the slab rate will be 30%. And the same way, there is a different slab rate for senior citizen and super senior citizen. Now we will see how we can calculate the tax liability of an individual. Tax liability means the amount paid by the assessee to the government. How much amount an assessee is supposed to pay to the government in the form of tax. So as we discuss, first what we have to do, we have to take the income from all the 5 heads. So that means first we have to take income from the salary, then house property, business and profession, capital gain and other source. We have to add all the income from these 5 heads, and if any clubbing provisions is there, that one also we have to add, and if an assessee have any set off and carry forward of losses from the last year, that one we have to minus. Then we will get the gross total income. From this gross total income, we have to minus deduction under section 80C to 80U, then we will get the total income or taxable income. Once we get the taxable income, now we have to apply the slab rate according to their age. The slab rate I already explained the last slide. So once we have done applying the slab rate, we will get the total tax. And we have less rebate under section 87A. We have to looking into the provision. If the taxable income, if less than, if does not exceed 3,50,000, then only rebate under section 87A is applicable. If it is applicable, we can minus that rebate under section 87A. After that, we have surcharge if applicable. If the taxable income, if it is exceed 50 lakh, we have to apply the surcharge. And finally, we have health and education cess at 4% of taxable amount. So that amount also we have to calculate at 4%, then we will get the total tax. From the total tax, we have to minus if an assessee paid any advance tax or TDS, tax deducted at source, we have to minus, then finally we will get the amount supposed to pay by an assessee to the government. So this is the format for computation of tax liability of an individual as per the Income Tax Act 1961.